Welcome to Mind Hack 101, a YouTube edition. And as you can see, I have the SOUN. That's what I'm going to talk about. And then the SUN, all right? And the reason I'm addressing this is because somebody said something to me on Facebook. Because we were talking about the SON, son, and then the SUN, son. Okay? So, my thumbnail is really going to be the sun over the hump. It's a hump in these mountains, okay? And they're called the dinosaur, all right, here where I am. And it's in Gold Canyon, Arizona. And without, like, giving too much information, because it's all about safety and anonymity. So that's all I can really tell you. But there is power in these mountains, all right? And I'm blessed to live in a beautiful place. I'm blessed to be here. I'm very blessed to be here, and I don't take it lightly, all right? So the things I'm going to talk about today are really on the, dark side. You know, a lot of people don't believe that America is the devil. And I'm here to tell you the reason I say my country, America, because I was born here. I may be someone of color, but I was born here, okay? And this is why I know that there are levels of power in this country that I myself could never access. But I've been privileged to access certain levels of consciousness, all right? I used to be a foster parent, and I had a teacher that would tell me, look, you know, you finna get into something, you may not want to get into something. And I go, well, what do you mean? They say, I'm going to take you to a site. And they took me to a site on the internet. And they told me, hey, put this here, put that there. They gave me different images to put. And we would have these guys. They would come to us and say, oh, I want a little girl. I want to do this to the little girl. And listen to me. Hear me and hear me. Hear me and hear me quietly. Listen, the foster care system, they know about it. They give people of color a harder time to have kids than they do our counterparts. You hear me? And you heard me right. Let me tell you something. They will take someone like myself, and I'll have a license. I had a license where I was licensed for maybe, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. And I wound up leaving another agency because of some stuff that went on. And I went to this particular agency. And they took my license from me and told me I couldn't have two licenses. And said, we're going to give you this license. Okay? And I went to a certain place, a certain section of Arizona where there were more people that looked like me. And half of those people in that class, like myself, their license was severed without our knowledge because we were told we were going to get this license, and they did what they want. Part of the problem with trafficking in the U.S. is the foster care system allows it. You heard me clearly. The foster care system here in Arizona allows it. They allow it to go on. Even our governor, the Honorable Douglas Ducey, I call him the cowboy governor, okay? And I'm going to post this video, okay, because it needs to be exposed. I am about exposing people of power who take away from mere people. Doesn't have anything to do with race or color. I want you to understand they want us to fight among ourselves. They have a private agenda, okay? They have a private agenda. And if you feed into it, you're going to be part of the problem. Wake up and do some research, okay? Stuff that I tell you and I post online, it's because I know it myself because I've been a victim of it. I've been a victim of it. I know what it is to lose someone who was murdered, all right? Very close, a twin, all right? Used to didn't want to talk about this stuff. I kept it hidden. I was online long time. I kept it hidden. But now I realize there's somebody out there like me that feels the same way I feel, that understands it's part of the problem is the people don't want to come out and tell how they expose and use people. And that is what they do. You need to understand when you watch TV, I told you this before, when you watch TV, you need to ask yourself a question. Is this real? Is this real? If it's real, then Google it. Google it, read every blog, read everything, and then pray about it. Ask for enlightenment. Ask for enlightenment, and you have your answer. Okay? So, I'm going to post different images in my thumbnails. I don't care about the traditional thumbnails because I'm not like everybody else. You might see mountains, you might see flowers, you might see trees, you might see... I'm not part of the traditional thing. I do things my way. I don't give up. I had a talk with a friend of mine, and he kind of like point me in the right direction. The thing is, you can't give up F about anybody else. You have to think about yourself. And I think all the while I've always been the type, okay, well, I'm going to promote this person. And all the time they did what they wanted to do. And I'm still left to where I'm at. So now I'm doing more than what I should be doing. But I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for myself because it needs to be done. Because right now it's about me. It's not about anybody else. Because you know what? I've always tried to do what was right for everybody else. And when it came down to myself, I just like humbled myself and went on and act like it was nothing. But when it comes down to it, if you don't think about yourself, nobody else is going to think about you. So think about yourself. Think about yourself. You're important. This society wants you to believe that you're not important. They want you to worship the stars, the movie stars. They want you to worship these presidents and these congressmen. And in the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about you. You're important. Look in the mirror and say, I am important. There's nobody more important than you. Okay? And then comes your family. You are important. You don't get to come here by accident. You're important. Understand that and believe that. You are, in fact, important.